Hi Gemini, so welcome to your messages. So this is going to cover the week from the 9th to the 16th. So it is quite loud here just because the place that I'm in, it's also super hot. So I do need to have the windows open. Okay, so this is going to be messages for this week, what you need to know. If you want to book a personal, it is in the description. If you want to join the membership, it's in the description. So like the video and comment. So the messages I'm getting around this week for you are around change, but change for the better. So there's a big message coming through for you, which is around some of you Geminis, your destiny is aligning, yeah? So in other words, you're now starting to align with where you was always meant to be. Now, some of you need to close the door on an old masculine or a specific masculine with this Emperor reverse. So some of you need to be careful with deceivers. You know, sometimes we think a person is our person and they're just not our person. So the Emperor reversed is that some of you could be wasting your time on a person who isn't your person. You're just being deceived by this person, or you're deceiving yourself thinking that this person is your person. So just be careful with love bombers, be careful with liars, make sure that the actions speak louder than the words. A lot of people yap, but pay attention to their actions, tell you who they are. I can't tell you the people around me and through the things I've been through where I just don't even listen. They can be telling me every shit in the book. I just pay attention to their actions. So what I'm getting this week is that some of you need to let go of this masculine. The Emperor reversed is someone who's non-committal for a Gemini. They're not going to build a future. Their actions speak for themselves. For the Gemini man, this is you. So you're coming up as the Emperor reverse. This is someone who's not disciplined. This is someone who's not getting up and making things happen. This is someone who's a mess. They might be in lower qualities as well. So the Emperor reversed is somebody who, the kind of the lowest version of who they could potentially be. So we always have that higher version and we always have that lower version. And this person is the lower version of who they could potentially be. So for the Gemini man, be careful of this. Okay, this is doing things that you know you shouldn't be doing, questionable things. It's about letting yourself down. It's about not staying committed to what you said you was going to do. Like I said, if you want to book a personal, you can check the link below. So some Geminis, be careful with being deceived, because some of you might think you've met the one, but you might have actually not met the one. You know, listen to your instinct this week around business contracts, around certain people. The other side of the coin is the Emperor can be a person around us who's distrustful. It can be someone who we need to watch our kids around. It can be someone who just, your instinct is telling you something about this person, and your job this week is to listen. Okay, now to the good stuff. The good stuff is, ignore this hair, it's so hot here, I'm like, right. The good stuff this week is around, some Geminis have really dealt with some nasty people, fake friendships, fake people, people who are disloyal, people who say one thing, do another. But actually the universe has really revealed these people, and they're replacing these people with actual true people. But Gemini is paranoid because it's like, no, I don't believe these people, but it's because of the past people. So because of in the past you've dealt with a lot of betrayers, a lot of liars, a lot of insincere people. Now these new people, you're kind of tarring them with the same brush. Be careful with that. Okay, now the other side of the coin is, for some of you, things are happening now. And the thing is Gemini is authentic, Gemini is independent, and you need to keep that authenticity and independence. So there's something around growing a company, there's something around growing a family, there's something around growing a community. The message here is it's good to do that, but don't forget about your own needs, don't forget about your own independence. Okay, don't start morphing into these people, don't start breaking your back for these people. Same as this masculine. So remember, when you meet your true person, you won't have to break your back. You won't have to do things you don't want to do. You won't have to sacrifice yourself to please this person or these people. If people are true people, you don't have to break your back. You don't have to sacrifice who you are to please these people. They will be okay with the standards and the boundaries that you set, and vice versa. Okay, so the Four of Cups. So I'm going to say that some of you Geminis are stuck in a rut, and actually you miss an opportunity because of this, because some of you, as I'm getting it, is that this is your energy. So this Four of Cups is somebody who's kind of sitting around, the brooding, the feeling sorry for themselves. They keep focusing on the past. Now, some of you could be dealing with a masculine who's complacent. If you're going to be happy, you need to get rid of this individual. Some Geminis are not in the best place right now, and you've got those leechy energies, you've got those kind of vampire energies, and they want to keep you down. They want to see the worst happen for you. They want to see you unhappy. They want to see you penniless. Like, some of you are kind of shocked because of the people who you know want that for you. Fuck these people. Geminis, there's something about your antenna, your internal compass that's telling you exactly who people are. Don't ignore it. The red flags are there, but the green flags are there as well. So Geminis need to be careful with the red flags when it comes to other people, but also the red flags when it comes to yourself. When we've been betrayed, when we've been let down, when we've been hurt, especially when that's come from the people closest to us, it's easy to tar everyone with the same brush. There's something this week for Gemini where the people you've always seeked out are coming for you. The life that you want is moving into alignment. What you've got to be careful of is the old toxic self or the old trauma doesn't want to let that die. Some of you are living in a victim consciousness. You're living in it's easier to stay there than it is to reach for this new life, this destiny that was always meant for Gemini. So some of you are kind of, everything is happening for you. This business is growing, this relationship is growing, opportunities are growing, you're meeting your people. But maybe your body is rejecting it because when we've been used to people betraying us and traumatizing us, we're actually more comfortable there than we are with people who are good for us and healthy. So Gemini is going through like a transformation. They're going through a transition. They're going through a realignment. A message I just heard strongly for some of you is some of you are just plain toxic. You are committed to betrayal. You are committed to people who aren't committed to you. You are ignoring every signal that your body is giving you, and you just keep moving down the wrong road. Okay? The Emperor reversed is some Gemini women are going after that kind of man. You're just beating a dead horse. You're trying to convince this guy. You're trying to make this guy love you. Okay, no, okay. You're just trying to make this person into what they're never going to be, okay? Why do that when you can just go and find the person who will just be what you want them to be? So some Geminis are causing their own betrayals, they're causing their own pain. Now, Geminis are very, very intelligent people, so naturally, most of the time, we create our own pain. Because we see right through people, we know what motherfuckers are, we can read them like a book. So most betrayals that happen to Gemini, it's self-inflicted. So that's another message here around Gemini where you're wounded because you know you're creating your own betrayal. You know you're not being your best version. You know you're lowering your standards with some choices that you're making. So there's an opportunity this week to move into realignment. There's an opportunity to reach for your better version, okay? But there's something here around Gemini needing to change. It's weird because I'm not getting other people. Toxic people are always going to be toxic people. Haters are going to be, they're always going to be haters. Your fake friends, fake family, they're always going to be what they're going to be. I think this message this week for Gemini is you, okay? There's something around basically you have the power to determine your destiny, your direction. So there's something around powerful things happening for Geminis, big changes, and they're uncomfortable. They're not easy, they're demanding. You've got to let go of the old, you've got to let go of the old version, you've got to let go of the excuses. It's scary. It's much easier to stay in what is comfortable and familiar than it is to go to this new place. But the Geminis who do, there's massive, massive rewards on the other side. For the Geminis who are sabotaging, because this is coming up really strongly, nothing is going to change. Actually, I'm getting some deep hatred, some deep bitterness, some real bad sabotage. I'm talking drugs, I'm talking alcohol, I'm talking a dark, dark place. That's what I'm getting for some Geminis. So I feel like for some Geminis, we've all been there. Geminis have got that dark side, we've got that other side, and we've got the dark side. And when we brood in that dark side, when we blame the world, when we give our power away, when we act inauthentic. But the message for Geminis this week, and fuck people who don't like you. You're not here to bend to their will. I'm not saying don't compromise. I'm not saying don't try to work with people. But if you have to change who you are to be liked, yeah, I don't want you to like me. I am who I am. Maybe we just don't jive. So there's something for Geminis this week to stay authentic. Some of you need to move back into your authenticity. Some of you need to be honest with yourself, because actually where your life is because you're not leveling up. You are making bad choices. For the Gemini woman, it's something to do with fuck boys or men who basically, there's something to do with trying to make people become their best version, trying to make people change. Some of you, it's around friends who, the minute it got a bit hot in the kitchen, you saw them. They're not your ride or dies, Gemini. Maybe they're friends, but they're not your ride or dies. Some of you are noticing the change in these people's behaviour, but it's because they've noticed the change in yours. They know you know that their motherfuckers aren't real. They know that when it got real, they left you. So don't be afraid to pull back from people. Don't be polite, be civil, but don't be afraid to let those people go, because they've revealed themselves. There's something about the story, the trials that Gemini is going through, or the trial that Gemini has just been through. It was just to basically remove those things from you, reveal you, and reveal people around you, because you were never going to become your best version with the people around you. You were never going to become your best version in the version you was, okay? So I heard, don't be afraid to take breaks. I think this is for Geminis, like doing things on your terms. Now, that doesn't mean being arrogant. It doesn't mean that you're always putting yourself first. Sometimes in our life, we have to put other people first. Okay, like that's life. Like sometimes in life, we have to say, you know what, I need to make these people a priority. But there's something with the Lovers card where it's about, some of you, there might be a new relationship, and the thing is you're kind of putting this person too much center in your life. And so the message here is to make sure that you're also giving yourself time. When we meet somebody, it's easy to morph into that person. It's easy to forget about ourselves and our own needs. So for some of you who good stuff is happening, the business is happening, the love relationship is happening, good stuff is happening, but remember who you are. Give yourself downtime. Don't be afraid to say no. Yes, it's important to give to your partner, but it's also to keep yourself, to keep yourself centered. Some of you love is coming in. So if you've been single for a long, long time, love is coming in. That is the message here. The Emperor reversed is the men that you've been used to in your past. But some of you Geminis have been going through like deep, deep healing. So in the past, you chose real toxic men. You chose real toxic people. Geminis have upgraded. That's what this is. Geminis have upgraded. You don't give a shit about the people who've betrayed you or are betraying you. You don't give a shit about... Geminis are learning to be smart. You're seeing what you need to see and not necessarily reacting to it, okay? But there's something this week about your antenna is on. Now, moving away from all of that, a message for Geminis this week is some of your shit a mess. It's a mess and it's intimidating. When you've got yourself into an addiction, when you've got yourself into debt, when you've trapped yourself, you've backed yourself against the corner, the hardest thing to do is to get up one day and fix it. Some of you, that's what I'm getting. You've backed yourself into a corner. There's something going on in your individual lives. You can book a coaching if you want to speak to me personally. But there's something going on in your individual lives where it feels too big to fix. It's just too intimidating. So even though it's big, this is the week that you should do it, because I believe that the universe is on your side. Now also the Lovers represents Gemini, so this is about self-love. The universe is telling you to fucking love yourself before you love anybody else. And no matter what anybody says. The universe is telling you it's important to love other people, it's important to be there for them, it's important to prioritize people, but to love yourself. Because there's something around self-love for Gemini. Where you are is your lack of self-love, your lack of value. So through a lack of self-love, through a lack of self-worth, through not loving yourself, this is where you've got yourself to. Poverty, bad relationships, people trying to use you as kind of like a cog in their machine, so to speak, okay? Knight of Cups reversed. So what else does Gemini need to know? Okay, so King of Cups. Okay, some of you, I think there's a relationship and you're kind of sabotaging. I'm hearing that very, very strongly. So there's someone who deeply, deeply loves Gemini. They see you as their true divine union, but you might be sabotaging this. Now again, some of you, the universe is trying to align you with the Lovers, with your highest version and your true divine feminine or masculine. But what are you doing? Sabotaging. You're not leveling up. You're not getting out there. You're not doing the self-work. You're not doing the healing. Some of you are in a car going in the opposite fucking direction of what the universe is asking you to go in. So there's something about fuck the noise. That's what I just did. Fuck the noise. There's always going to be bad energy. There's always going to be bad people. There's always going to be a variety of external factors trying to block you or stop you. That's just part of Gemini's destiny, as above, so below. You are a powerful being, and it's why you attract a lot of lovers, and it's why you attract a lot of haters. Okay? The message here is it's you against you this week, and there's something, the biggest message this week is watch out with self-sabotage. Even if it means losing people. So a message I just heard is, yes, it might be painful because you might lose some people through choices that you make, but it's better that you lose those people than you lose you. There's some resentment, there's some anger, there's some hatred towards people around you, because you kind of look at what you're in and you're like, these people could have helped me, these people could have supported me, these people are the reason why I am where I am. To an extent, that's true, but also you are the reason why you are where you are through choices in people, through choices in life. But I kind of get some of the people around you who are kind of gloating. So it's kind of, well, they did it to themselves, so, you know, it's not my job to fix it, right? Again, Gemini, your real ones are going to show up when you fuck up, when you do the wrong thing, when you back yourself into a corner, whatever it may be. Your real ones, even if you did it to yourself, they're still going to have your back, right? So, but let go of bitterness. That's a big message I made in this week. Let go of bitterness. The universe is on your side. It's telling you to work on self-development. It's telling you to work on self-love. If you've met someone or you want to align with your true divine masculine or feminine, this is the opportunity, okay? But they're telling you it's time to reconnect with yourself. Some of you have got lost. You've got in a car and you instead of just stopping and saying, I'm going in the wrong direction, I'm around the wrong people, this is not me. When I look in the mirror, this is not me. This is not the job I want to do. These are not the people I want to be. I know it's hard. It's really difficult when you back yourself into a corner because you've got your ego at play. You've got pride at play. You can feel those people around you who are happy and gloating. But Gemini, good stuff is coming, okay? Be calm this week. Be careful with being reactive. And also with the Six of Pentacles, it's time to stop accepting less than you deserve. So I'm going to say that for Gemini is like, you give. So Six of Pentacles is a person who's always given and given, but they get nothing in return. Get rid of these people. Okay, you're the one always helping people. You're the one always reaching out to people. Stop doing that. It's time to balance things out. Some of you, you've come from a good place, like a loving place, a kind place, and actually the anger is that you feel angry towards certain people in your life because you're like, wait there, I've fucking been there for you, I've supported you, what? So some of you feel anger towards those people. You can do two things. You can pull back away from those people or you can speak to those people. So some of you, there is people in your life who you do love, and we're not saying you have to cut them off. It might be this week that you calmly air your problems with these people and say, wait there, I feel like this friendship or this relationship is a bit one-sided. For those people you just don't care about anymore, like you really don't make an effort, just pull back. Like it's over. Maybe at one point these people were like your people, but they're not there no more, are they? In this world, in this reality, they're not there. Let them go. I think sometimes with Gemini, and I know this for me, like we're scared to let things go, let the past go, let what people did to us go, let certain people, let them go, let it all go. Focus on the here, focus on the now. For those people, the one we were talking about with the addiction, with the debt, with the serious things going on, you're being told as much as you don't want to face this thing, you're going to have to, because you're dragging this kind of boulder behind you and it's just not helping you, okay? You're dragging this boulder behind you and it's just not helping you. So there's something that Gemini is doing or something that they've done in the past that they're dragging with them. Some of you have got emotional baggage. Some of you have got trauma that you're still carrying in your body that you need to start getting serious about healing. Some of you are getting fat. Some of you have got back problems. Some of you have got debt problems. Some of you have got something that is weighing you down. And so this week the message is that it's time to focus on that thing that is weighing you down, because you can't be happy, you can't be free until you deal with this thing, okay? The Emperor reversed. Some of you have got a divine masculine wound, so this could also be for the Gemini man as well. So some of you, the choices that you make in men sometimes, or some of you, the choices you make in life as a man, as a Gemini man, can be to do with the father. So don't underestimate energy work, don't underestimate divine masculine work, don't underestimate shadow work. You can check out my coaching. There's so much The Gemini, some of you, and that's what I'm getting. Some of you are doing the work, but then you're kind of shelving it. You're buying the courses, you're buying the books, but you're not doing the work. This is the week to say, now, I love me enough to fix this. I love me enough to deal with this thing that is weighing me down. I love me enough to tell certain people to go fuck themselves. I don't care if they're family. I don't care how long I've known them. You know, if you're not on my side in the deepest, darkest parts of my world and my life, then I don't want nothing to do with you. But there's something with Gemini where you're no longer communicating to these people. You're no longer ranting on. You're no longer trying to understand why people do what they do. You simply just don't care. The best form of response for you this week, silence. Now, there's another message here is that some of you might be dealing with non-contact. But like I said, a lot of you Geminis, this job that you're going to, this masculine you're dealing with, the Gemini man who's self-sabotaging, it's you. It's coming from a place that you haven't healed. It's coming from a place that you refuse to look at. Okay, so another message I just heard is that sometimes we just like toxic. We sit there saying, oh, I want to be fit, I want to have money, I want to do... But all our actions are in the opposite direction. We're eating fat food, we're sitting around being lazy, we're not doing the work, we're not taking care of business. So some people have lost respect for you, but Gemini, I mean, they're not all wrong. You know, some of you have become a quarter of the version you was. You know, so you know, some people put you in high esteem and you've kind of dropped down a peg or two, and some people are not too shy about letting you know that, right? Again, Geminis are good when they can take constructive criticism. Geminis are good when they can look at themselves constructively and say, okay, the truth is the truth. Okay, so there's something about Geminis realigning with their authentic self. The good stuff is that the people around you now are truly supportive people. Okay, but they're going to give you what you give them. If you give them good energy, if you give them investment, they're going to give you it back. In other words, if you work with them, if you put the energy into them, there's nothing to fear. Some Geminis are about to meet some true lifelong friendships. So for the Gemini woman, it's friends. Okay, women. So some Gemini women don't really like other women. So I know a lot of Gemini women have said this to me. So some Gemini women kind of have a little bit of a problem with other women. They don't really trust them. But there's something with the Gemini woman now where there's kind of soul sisters. There's certain women who are moving into your life to help you heal, to help you grow. These women are authentic. They're not trying to compete with you. They're not threatened by you. They're them. You're you. In fact, you love things about them. They love things about you. You just both help each other. So I think honestly, truthfully, it's so hot here. I think honestly, truthfully, for the Geminis who choose health and they choose peace and they choose self-love, and self-love and peace is also knowing when you need to step back from people. Because actually what I'm getting is some of you Geminis, like, you've been building a business and it's really becoming successful. Like, it's really becoming like high. So this could be on social media. Some of you this week, you're going to start a business and you're going to reach a lot of women. It could be coaching. It could be something around women. But there's something around just do it. It's time to start. It's time to stop being your lowest version. For the Gemini man, or if you're dealing with the Gemini man, there's something around someone who's kind of a fuckboy. This person is toxic. This person is not going to commit to you. So if you're cross-watching for the Gemini man, you know, so Gemini, sometimes life is giving us that sometimes life is creating the circumstances around us, but if we're honest, most of the times we're creating our life. Because at any minute, if you've got balls in your pants, right, and Geminis have, you can get up and you can pack a bag and you can say fuck no. At any minute, no matter what life you're in, you can get up and say no, I'm out, I'm done. You can leave that relationship, you can cut people off, you can leave that job. Like, there's something with Gemini where there's so much power available to you, but some of you are not taking your power. You're allowing external factors, you're allowing bitter people, you're allowing low frequency people, or basically the past or just outdated self to determine where you're currently at. And some of you, another message is, you really want to start doing the self-development work, you really want to start doing the healing, but you feel intimidated. So that was a big message that came up for Gemini. Something to do with intimidation. For the Gemini man with the Emperor reverse, maybe you're kind of out of shape and you really see these guys at the gym and you want to go to the gym, but you're intimidated, it feels intimidating. The message is, it's because you're thinking too big. Just join the gym. Something this week for you is about Instead of thinking about the body and the outcome, just start the gym. That's the first step. Do the first session. Do the second session. Same as this debt that you're in. Same as this job that you're in. Right? Just take the next step and then the next step. Think of it like climbing a mountain. You don't think about the top. Well, the stupid people do and they end up turning back. But the smart people are like, okay, that looks intimidating. But when they're on the mountain, instead of focusing on the top, they focus on each step, and then before they know it, they're at the top. So some of you, the reason you're not getting to the success you want is because you're overly analysing and you're intimidating yourself. You're thinking too big. You're overthinking, you're over-analysing people around you. Did they like me? Am I good enough? Maybe some of you have met somebody, for example, and it's like, oh, where's this going? Is this going to be a future? Let it unfold. Let the path unfold. Some of you are kind of questioning whether you're on the right path. Some of you are questioning a new path. Okay, there's so much coming up for Geminis this week, but there's something around, if you allow yourself to stop listening to the voices in your head and the unconscious mind that are often a projection of society, the people of our past, the people of the present, the people of around us. If you actually step into your authentic self and say, does this feel authentic to me? That's where you'll find your way. Okay, so there's something where the only way we can build a life of truth is from the authentic self. When we build from the inauthentic self, we build a life of lies, we build a prison. So Geminis are kind of wondering where the going is correct. Step into the authentic self and you'll know that where you're going is correct. And for those who are kind of sensing this doesn't feel correct, you're going to have those balls in your pants that says, no matter how painful, no matter what the cost, no matter what the retribution, I'm out. Okay, so let's finish with some really good stuff. Like I said, some of you are going to be meeting somebody. Some of you are doubting this person, but this person is absolutely smitten with you. Like, this person sees you as the true love with the lovers. Could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Could be another Gemini. I heard a Taurus. But the big message with the star reversed is low frequency. So the star upright is, remember we talked about alignment, the universe being in alignment. The star card reversed is someone who's, okay, there's so many messages coming through. So the message here for some of you is you've lost hope. You're living in hopelessness, you're living in despair, you no longer believe, you don't believe in yourself, you don't believe in your gifts, you don't believe in people, you don't believe in love, you don't believe in your destiny. You've lost faith, right? But that shit will just make you better. Okay, there's people around you who, if you look at, you can become inspired because those people lost faith, those people lost hope in life, and look at where they are. Now, I'm not saying this is not about judging other people, but I'm saying they can be inspirational and like, no, we have to keep going, we have to keep inspired. If we get fucked, if we get knocked down, if we get betrayed, if everybody leaves us, you know what? It takes some time to recover. So I think that's the message here for Geminis, recovery. You was betrayed, you was left, the devil did come for you, people came for you. Some of you didn't help yourself. Some of you are doing that now. But the message here is it's time to get out of this hopelessness. It's time to get out of this despair. It's time to start having belief in yourself, belief in love, belief in people, belief in your dreams. It's time to get back out there. So that's a big message. But some of you, I feel like this is going to a Reiki healer. I feel like some of you are going to have to go into some deep, dark places to do this work. So for me, especially the masculines, the Gemini man. Now, I'm not saying all of you need healing. For the high frequency Gemini who's watching this, fuck these people. Be very careful, because that's what I did. So some of you Geminis right now, you're winning. And you might have this need to go back and, help those people who are not. Be very careful with that. Because no one will betray you more than the man who's got nothing. No one will betray you more than the bottom. Okay? No one will be more jealous, more that's what happened to me. So be as much as you want to be generous, as much as you want to help people, as much as it takes one person to fuck up your life. It takes a couple to really come in your life and do a number on you. So some of you Gemini right now, actually, you're doing very, very well. So an analogy I just got for this was that you are... you moved away from a neighbourhood, you grew up in a neighbourhood, and in that neighbourhood it was full of kind of crazy people, kind of lazy people, kind of poor people, etc. This is not dissing on those people, but I'm saying just kind of people who don't put the work, they don't put the effort, they don't really try to make the life better. So they get what they put out. In life, what we put in, we get back. If we work, we get money. If we don't, we don't. Okay, if we invest in relationships, we have relationships. If we don't, we don't, right? So some of you Geminis, you're doing really well. The money's coming in. Maybe these people are reaching out now. But some of you need to be careful because the old self is trying to pull you back down to the level that you work so hard to level up from. And you might also be unconsciously listening to these people. Maybe they're projecting onto you. So in other words, because you're successful, they might be trying to unconsciously or energetically project onto you. Who do you think you are to think you can crawl out of this while we stay here? So be very careful. There's something for Geminis this week where you need to be strong. If you're winning now, if you're powerful now, that's good. And I'm not saying don't help people. I'm not saying don't be generous. Just be fucking cautious in when you do it. Okay? Some of yous, though, it's about getting out of this deep, dark pit. And for those who are kind of in this, that's what I'm getting. So you are in poverty, you don't really have much. Hating the world, hating the rich, hating people who are winning is not going to make you a winner. It's just going to make you a sore loser. So that's what a lot of the bottom tend to do. Well, they had this, they got this is why they got there. No. Maybe they did. Who gives a fuck about those people? That's their story, not yours. People win in different ways. People have different hands dealt to them in life. You right now in your life are wealthy in ways that other people are not. Maybe you don't have money, but you are wealthy in ways that other people are not. So for example, someone could have a fuckload of money, but they might have nobody. You might have no money, but you might have great people. So every human being has got true wealth in some way. Some of you sitting here listening to this right now have got great health, and so some of you are kind of taking life for granted, and there's people out there wishing they just had what you've got. So what I'm saying is we're all wealthy in some kind of way. Okay, you need to count your blessings. You need to be unapologetic. You need to compromise with people and work with people while not sacrificing yourself too much. You need to love people around you and give to people while also not being afraid to set boundaries with people and say no. I'm sorry, but, and I feel like that's what this is about. Boundaries is where you're able to say, you know what, I don't feel like you've got the best intentions for me, and I'm stepping back. In a relationship, if you can't express your needs to your partner, if you feel like you have to hold back, that's not true love. Because you're having to sacrifice a part of yourself, you're having to repress a part of yourself to please that person. So, I'm going to conclude with this because there's a lot of messages here this week that new energy. There's something about reigniting yourself, re-inspiring yourself. Some of years you've been blocked, you've been stagnant, you've been low energy. You've kind of been using your energy in the wrong people or the wrong directions. This week for Gemini, there's something about a spark being ignited, but there's also something about if you start a business this week, there could be a new relationship that just looks like an attraction. It just looks like something new. Right, it's like, oh, maybe this is not going to go anywhere. That's your motherfucking person. This is it, okay? But what they're saying is, instead of thinking about if the business is going to be successful, instead of thinking about if these people like, yeah, I know it's hard because Geminis are analyzers, we think to death. But the message this week is to listen to your internal compass, you're always being sent data around people. We're telepathic. We can pick up what people are sending to us. We can pick up the hate, the lies, the fake people. Like, we can pick up when something feels right for us, and we can pick up when something feels wrong for us. Think of it like you're out at night and there's a dark alleyway, and it's kind of like your instincts like, yeah, just don't go down there. Yeah, just don't go down there. Okay. So, but I'm going to conclude with these cards that this week you are moving in the direction that the universe is aligning you. Some of you are not. So what I mean by this is until you start to heal, you're just going to keep repeating these patterns. You're going to keep meeting these people. You're going to keep meeting versions of your unhealed self in other people. Okay, you're going to keep self-sabotaging because remember the universe told you love. The need to love yourself. There's something around Geminis really fucking themselves up because they don't love themselves. Maybe it comes from your father because your father came up. So maybe there was something around the words that your father used or the way that your father treated you that makes you feel just unlovable, unworthy. Maybe for the Gemini woman watching this, your father was a toxic masculine. And so they say that we pick the man off the father that we tended to be given, okay? So if a woman grew up with a very healthy masculine, she tends to choose that type of husband. or that type of partner. If we tend to grow up in a very toxic, misogynist, nasty environment, then we tend to choose that type of partner. It's just unconscious. The message for Geminis this week is to get deep into your unconscious. You can study people all day about how they don't like you, what they say and what they do. And sometimes Gemini thinks they're intelligent with this. But trust me now, if you really want to win at this motherfucking game, start studying yourself. Because you can sit there all day wondering what people are going to do next, and maybe you'll get some things right. But if you start studying you, if you start investing in you, if you start healing you, yeah, let people play against you then. That's the biggest deficit of Gemini. They are intelligent and we can read other people and we are telepathic and we can do that, but we don't do it enough with ourselves. So Geminis are being told, step into authenticity. Some of you have moved into something and there's something around needing to question it. Should I end this? Should I carry on in this? There's a big life change coming for you. There's a big change that is going to change your life at a very high level. And some of you are wondering if this is the correct decision. The message here is step into your authentic self. Tune out the noise of your mind. Tune out your past. Don't listen to other people. Don't ask other people. Tune into yourself, and your body, your mind, your heart, your soul will tell you if it's true, if it's right. And don't be afraid to hurt people. Don't be afraid to reject people. Don't be afraid to back out. Don't be afraid to say no. Because when we get ourselves into a set of lies and we continue to live the lie, we just end up betraying ourselves much worse, and we betray people much worse. So there's something around that. Something to do with, I think, same as me. I mean, I've been doing this a long time. I still get a bit of nerves, right? Gemini has something to do with anxiety. So your anxiety might be taken over, your nervous system might be taken over. Another message this week is somatic healing. So Geminis have got trauma stuck within the emotional body, within the nervous system. And you need somatic healing. So some of you need to start looking into this. So some of you have been doing the energy work, you've been doing the shadow work, and this is awesome because, again, we need to do a lot of work, right? Don't let it intimidate you. No one said you had to do it all today. No one said you had to do it all this week. This is about, okay, I've got some shadow work to do. Okay, I've got some inner child work to do. Step by step. Okay, but some of you, there's something to do with the nervous system. And I feel like what this is telling you is somatic healing, where they get deep, where they hold you and they get deep into your nervous system, and they reset your nervous system by releasing your trauma, especially for the Gemini man, will help you profoundly. Energy healing. Some of you, the life you're living in is just uninspiring. So the star reversed is just a person. No wonder you're in a hopeless situation, because the people around you, the way you live in your life, the food you're eating, what's fucking inspiring? What's inspiring? You know, some of you are surrounded by people who just want to see you fail. They want to see you down. They're happy that you're hurt. They're happy that you're losing. How are you going to be inspired there, right? But Gemini, there's so many different people in this world, and the more that you travel and the more that you change your reality, the more that you see that. And it is hard. I think a lot of people live in the world now where they've just lost belief in people. And there's a lot of assholes, there's a lot of bitter, there's a lot of people who are paranoid, fearful, they live from fear. Everything's a competition to them because they have to compete with you because they're so, I mean, you know, what they've got to offer is so little. You know, or maybe what they believe about themselves is so little that they feel the need to compete with you, because that's how people like that think. When you're in your power, there's no competition. You are just what you are, a beautiful creation. And they are what they are, a beautiful creation. There is no competition because everybody is unique. Everybody is their own piece of art, okay? So, fooling you. So some of you need to be careful because you might have someone around you who's got a hidden agenda. So just be aware of that. Listen to your instinct around people, because some of you might have somebody in your life who's just generally deceiving you. Time to travel. One sec. It's the holidays here, so it's very, very loud. Okay, time to travel. So some of you Geminis, you need to start thinking about traveling. Remember, we just talked about that kind of deep pit that you're stuck in. It's because the world you're living in is not meant for you no more. Just because you were born there doesn't mean you should stay there. Just because you've been in that place for 5 years, 10 years, some of you are being told relocation, traveling is going to change the game. Okay, Ace of Wands was the general theme of the week, which is the Ace of Wands is where basically we reignite ourselves. We feel revigorated. We feel inspired. We feel it's just different, right? Okay, so let go, and it's coming up reverse. So some of you are refusing to let go, and I feel like in refusing to let go is where you're stuck. You're not letting go of your past. You're not letting go of your childhood story. You're not letting go of certain things that people have done to you. And so it's just keeping you stuck. It's keeping you single. It's keeping you penniless. Some of you are not getting deep into yourself, into your unconscious, into your belief systems. That's not even yours. Most of you Geminis are carrying shit that's not even yours. It's your parents. It's people from your past. It's old stuff. It's not yours. Okay, that old baggage. Boss order, intimidating, and a turn on. So I think Geminis need to also accept that some people are going to love you and some people are going to hate you. Some people, no matter how nice you are to them, no matter how much you try with them, they're just going to find a reason not to like you. And some of you, it's because of your aura, it's because you've got this power about you. You know who the fuck you are being authentic, and this pisses people off because maybe they've got problems with their own authenticity. Maybe sometimes when a person's got that kind of power where they can really stand the ground and they know who they are, and another person doesn't have that, it really, really irks at them. Okay? You are boring me. So this could be around, maybe some of you are dealing with people around you who are just bored and they're uninspiring, or it could just be basically the life that you're currently living in is just boring. Okay, so there's something to do with policeman. Remember we talked about the Gemini man. So be careful here because there's something around, I did hear that, someone who starts to do things that could be illegal. So the Emperor reverse can be someone who commits illegal activity. This could be selling drugs. It could be doing things that you shouldn't be doing. This could this could get attention. So for you Gemini men, for the Gemini woman, you could be dealing with someone who's about to get arrested. You could be dealing with someone who's not what you think that they are. Remember, you got fooling you. So some of you could be dealing with an emperor, or you could be dealing with someone who just is not what they appear to be. Never ever think that you know people. You know, you don't really, you can know them to a point, but never ever think you truly know people. Because people who do that end up very deceived. So be careful, but don't get paranoid either. Okay, so let's see. Closet hater. So some of you have kind of got someone around you who's like just hating on you. Some of you might speak to this person daily. You might speak to them every now and again. But the message here is like some of you know that this person just sends you bad energy. Some of you know that this person is not authentic. But again, Geminis have been focusing too much on the haters. Okay, like, you know, I did that. Like, who the fuck are they? You know, I don't know. I think Geminis have just been through a hard cycle. And I think when you're at your lowest point is when the devil and these demons tend to come for you, when these low frequency fucks tend to come for you. But Gemini, they're telling you focus on a life that is you need to focus on you. You need to focus on people who are making you better, not bitter. You need to focus on getting out of this hole, getting out of this this low point, okay? Right. Some of you are dealing with a married man, so that's the message here as well. Like some of you are dealing with a married man, you're dealing with somebody who, this person could be committed to somebody else, but they want to be with you. But again, it's low class. Sometimes, you know, we meet a person and that person's with somebody else. Okay, let this motherfucker put the words, their actions where it is. In other words, let this person leave the person they're with to be with you. There's something with Gemini where you need to set the standard. Maybe you've met someone and this person is with someone else, but at the end of the day, yap, 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 no one cares about that. It's about their actions. Sometimes life just does what it does, and it can hurt people, it can hurt us, it can be inconvenient. But if this person really loves you, then their actions will speak for themselves. They'll do the hard stuff, they'll take the judgment, they'll take the criticism, and they'll leave this person to be with you. Okay? So we've got love bomber. That's what some of you need to be careful of. I feel like someone could be wrapped up in like the feelings. They could be wrapped up in illusions. They could be wrapped up in fantasy. The other side of the coin is this could also be a message for the Gemini woman. Like some of you might be wrapped up in illusions when it comes to a certain masculine. This person's not going to give you the life, the love, and the commitment that you want. Some of you are dealing with someone with tall, with brown eyes. Some of you are dealing with a Muslim or a different type of culture. The devil is attacking. So I'm going to conclude with health focused. So some of you are in low frequency, and when you're in low frequency, what this does is it allows the devil to attack you. So if you're taking drugs, if you're drinking, I'm not judging you, we've all done it, me too, believe me. But I'm saying, I know myself, like, the thing with Gemini is we're always in spiritual warfare, and we do get a lot of attention. And I do think that some people are playing on you, or the devil is playing on you, so he's using you against you, or some people are able to use you against you because you're not getting your mental right, you're not getting your physical right, you're not channeling your anger, you're listening too much to people who want to see you fail instead of being around people who want you to succeed. The other side of the coin is, truthfully, and I'm not trying to be arrogant, Gemini doesn't need a champion. We've got the biggest champion of all, as above, so below. We work for God. We don't need the opinions of the collective. We're pioneers, we're leaders. This is not to be cocky. We don't need support. Like, bitch, I don't need you to put me on. I don't need to be in your clique. I'm good. You know, the amount of people who I could have played the game with, and we're good, you know. And most of those people who are doing that with the click and the game, it's all fake, it's all temporary, it all falls apart. Now, there's also a flip side to that coin is, if you surround yourself with the right people, those people can really change the game for you. You're there for them, you support them, you feed them, they're there for you, they support you, they feed you. Like, that's a real thing. There's nothing wrong with community, there's nothing wrong with togetherness, but it's got to be real. If in any moment you feel like it's competition, you're getting that sense. So I'm going to conclude this week. There's a lot of messages. This is long because I haven't seen you in a while. So I just kind of wanted to give you a long read. So the message here is, one, you need to get out of this deep, dark pit you've got yourself into. Some of you have backed yourself into a corner. You're feeling imprisoned. Some of you, I'm getting like dark night of the soul. So I'm getting that some of you are kind of wanting to go to war with the world. You're moving into a dark place, you're sabotaging, I'm getting alcohol, drugs, maybe other things, but dark places basically that once you go into them, it's hard to get out. Some of us need to be health focused this week, because when we're health focused, our body is clear. When our body is clear, our mind is clear. Some of you women, though, this is extraordinary. Like, you finally got to that place where it's like, you know what, a lot has been done to me, I've been betrayed, I've been left for dead, but you know what, thank you. Because I think some of you are starting to realise that you only get attacked at this level if you're somebody who's worth attacking at that level. It's like, and some of you, oh God, that's so amazing. Some of you are just the people who've betrayed you, the people who've turned their back on you, the people who've left you, the people who've enjoyed like what you will achieve by your divine right will just be punishment alone. Like it's just punishment alone. So I think it's about watching people around you, of course, because the devil is attacking and he's going to put his people in your life to, you know, it could be neighbours, it could be certain family, it could be people in jobs. He's definitely going to try this week to put things around you, to trigger you, goad you, distract you, all the tactics he uses. But that's why if Gemini can start really focusing on frequency, alignment, healing, no excuses, change your music, change what you're watching, start watching people who are just full of drama, full of toxicity, pay attention to what the universe is revealing, because as much as it feels like punishment, it's actually the universe and God, they've got your back. They're like, these people are so beneath you. And some of you, it's not even about them being beneath you, they're just behind you. So if you have noticed in this read, I've been getting a lot of channeled messages. They're just behind you. Like, where you're going, they can't come with you. They refuse. Or where you're going, they're just not meant to come with you. You know? So I feel like the message here is let go. You know, and whatever you're dealing with, some of you are really being challenged. You're really being tested. The devil's trying to stop you. He's trying to stop you from creating. He's trying to stop you from getting what's divinely yours. But you keep focusing on the devil. It's like, yeah, but God's right there. You know, the divine is right there, supporting you, guiding you, helping you, okay? Another message, right, was about cleaning up your shit. Like, in other words, this is not going away. You're going to keep repeating these patterns. These problems are going to keep weighing you down. This debt, some of you is this person. Some of you are really causing yourself a lot of pain over a person who is, the devil is working through this person to destroy you. And that is it. And that's what some of you need to understand. The closet haters, or this divine masculine who's reversed, or for the Gemini man who's coming up reversed, it's just the devil trying to work through you, or the devil trying to work through people to just sabotage you, to just take you out the game. Okay? So for a lot of you Geminis, I see it as that. Don't be afraid to take breaths. Don't be afraid to tell people, step back. Don't be afraid to do what feels right to you. And if this offends people and then it doesn't work to their game, don't care. Be respectful, be reasonable, and no more. Okay? But I'm going to say as well, I'm getting a lot of clarity. So I'm getting just like Gemini's being in that place where it's, and like I said, I feel like so many people left you, so many people betrayed you. You went to such a low point that there's nothing you can, I don't need a partner. I don't need a support group. I don't need none of it, because I know where I've been and I know what I've lifted myself up from. And the facts are this, none of you were there when I did it. So when a person's really been through that, when they've been through the darkest parts alone, when they've been through the hardest things alone, it's very difficult for the world to tell you that you need this or that, or that. Stop, you know? So to the successful Geminis, well done. Balance, love, self-love, killing yourself for some job, some car, some house. Get what's yours, but be smart, because at the end of the day, it's also about living in the now. I'm a true believer in that. I used to be the same, where I'd be running after this, running after that, trying to get this, trying to get that. Life is definitely for that, but it's for the people, it's for the experiences, it's for the sunsets, it's for the now, you know, because at any minute you can be gone. And in those moments, in those dying moments, you'll be like, you know what? I wish I'd have done more of this. Money's great, houses are great, cars are great, success is great, inspiring the world is great. But you know something? I wish I'd have done a bit more of that. I wish I'd have took time to breathe and just enjoy life a bit more. So some of you need to take a trip, or you need to definitely start thinking about travel. And for some of you Geminis, you're kind of rebirthing yourself and you're moving away from a lot of demonic people. I think that's what we need to understand, which is a lot of human beings are being used for the dark. And there's a lot of human beings who are used for the light. But the truth is there's a lot of human beings who work for the devil on a day-to-day basis, and the job is to create drama, distraction, ill health. It's to lead you down the wrong path. It's to pull you down to stop you from becoming your best version. It's these people who tell you how you should be happy. Go away. And if you want a war, you can have one. So I'm not saying ignore things, but I like the energy. The energy you're in this week is very calm, very quiet. But if you need me to talk to you, if you need me to deal with you, oh, I will do so. And I will do it properly. So I think it's an amazing week. And there's a lot in this video, but I really haven't seen you for a while. So I just wanted to do a read. But for those who listen to this, even just this, if you want to book a read, if you want to book the coaching, everything is available below. But if for those who are really in a dark place right now, or a struggling place, if you listen to this, it will change your life. Like the video, comment, and I'll speak to you soon.